The story of Lucifer's fall from heaven is one of the most captivating tales in biblical lore. It is a narrative filled with drama, rebellion, and profound lessons that have intrigued believers and scholars for centuries. Lucifer, once a beautiful and powerful archangel, held a prestigious position in the heavenly hierarchy. His name means light-bringer or morning star, reflecting his radiant presence and high status. However, beneath this splendid exterior lay a growing ambition that would lead to his ultimate downfall. The tale of Lucifer's fall is not just a story of rebellion, but a profound lesson about the dangers of pride and the consequences of defying divine will. In this video, we will explore the story of Lucifer's fall from heaven and its spiritual significance, unraveling the deeper meanings behind this ancient and powerful tale. Understanding the story of Lucifer's fall is crucial because it carries timeless lessons about the nature of pride, disobedience, and the perils of seeking power for its own sake. Lucifer's descent from grace is a stark reminder of the destructive power of arrogance and the devastating consequences that can follow when one chooses to challenge divine authority. This story serves as a cautionary tale, warning us of the pitfalls that come with hubris and the refusal to accept one's place within the divine order. By examining Lucifer's journey, we can gain insights into our own spiritual paths, learning to cultivate humility and obedience to avoid similar downfalls. The story also highlights the importance of vigilance and self-awareness, reminding us that even the most exalted beings are not immune to temptation and error. As we delve into this narrative, we will uncover valuable lessons that can guide us in our spiritual journey, helping us to remain steadfast and true to our higher purpose. Lucifer was one of the most magnificent and powerful beings in the heavenly realm. Created by God as an archangel, he was endowed with immense beauty, wisdom, and strength. His name, which means light-bringer or morning star, signifies his radiant and glorious nature. Lucifer held a high rank among the angels, often depicted as the leader of the heavenly host. His responsibilities included guiding and illuminating the paths of other angels, reflecting his esteemed position in the divine hierarchy. However, despite his exalted status, Lucifer's heart began to harbor thoughts of pride and ambition. He became enamored with his own beauty and power, losing sight of the divine source from which they originated. This growing arrogance led Lucifer to believe that he deserved a higher position, one that rivaled God's own authority. His desire for supremacy sowed the seeds of rebellion in his heart, setting the stage for his dramatic fall. Lucifer's story is a complex and multifaceted one, illustrating the delicate balance between greatness and humility. As we delve deeper into his narrative, we will uncover the pivotal moments that led to his expulsion from heaven, shedding light on the profound spiritual truths embedded within this ancient tale. Lucifer's fall from grace was primarily driven by his overwhelming pride and desire for power. Initially, he was a shining example of God's creation, embodying beauty, intelligence, and strength. However, Lucifer's heart began to change as he became increasingly captivated by his own magnificence. This self-admiration grew into a belief that he was deserving of a status equal to or even greater than that of God. Lucifer's pride led him to question the established divine order, sparking thoughts of rebellion. He began to envision himself sitting on the throne of heaven, ruling over the other angels, and perhaps even the entire universe. This desire for supremacy was not only a rejection of his rightful place, but also a direct challenge to God's authority. Lucifer's ambition blinded him to the harmony and balance that existed under God's rule, causing him to view his fellow angels as subjects rather than equals. This insatiable thirst for power and recognition fueled Lucifer's decision to rebel. He gathered a group of angels who shared his discontent, persuading them to join his cause. Lucifer's persuasive abilities and charisma were instrumental in rallying these followers, as he promised them a new order where they would enjoy greater power and freedom. However, this rebellion was doomed from the start, as it was based on defiance and pride, elements that stand in stark opposition to the divine principles of love, humility, and obedience. The rebellion led by Lucifer culminated in a dramatic and cataclysmic battle in heaven. This conflict was not merely a physical struggle, but a profound spiritual confrontation between the forces of good and evil, order and chaos. On one side stood Lucifer and his followers, driven by their desire to overthrow the divine order. On the other were the loyal angels, led by the archangel Michael, who remained steadfast in their commitment to uphold God's sovereignty. The battle in heaven is often depicted as a fierce and intense clash, with both sides displaying immense power and determination. Lucifer, with his remarkable abilities, fought fiercely, but the loyalty and righteousness of Michael and his angels proved to be an insurmountable force. Michael, whose name means "who is like God," epitomized unwavering faith and devotion, qualities that ultimately tipped the scales in favor of the loyal angels. This heavenly battle was not just a test of strength, but also a manifestation of the underlying spiritual truths. It illustrated the inevitable triumph of good over evil, demonstrating that defiance and pride cannot prevail against divine will and righteousness. The clash also served to reinforce the importance of loyalty and obedience to God's plan, highlighting the consequences of turning away from these principles. The outcome of the battle in heaven was decisive and far-reaching. Lucifer and his rebel angels were defeated and cast out of heaven, marking a dramatic fall from grace. This expulsion was not only a physical descent, but also a profound spiritual demotion, as Lucifer was stripped of his former glory and cast into the depths of the cosmos. Lucifer's fall transformed him into Satan, a name that means adversary or accuser. No longer the radiant light-bringer, he became the embodiment of evil and opposition to God's divine plan. His followers, now known as demons, shared in his fate, becoming agents of chaos and destruction in the universe. The expulsion of Lucifer and his followers served as a powerful reminder of the consequences of pride and rebellion. It underscored the futility of challenging divine authority and the inevitable downfall that follows such defiance. This event also reinforced the idea that true power and greatness come from humility and obedience to God's will, rather than self-aggrandizement and ambition. In the aftermath of the battle, heaven was restored to its former peace and harmony. The loyal angels, having triumphed over the forces of rebellion, reaffirmed their commitment to God's rule, ensuring that the divine order remained intact. Lucifer's fall stands as a testament to the enduring power of good over evil and the eternal nature of divine justice. After being cast out of heaven, Lucifer underwent a profound transformation. No longer the light-bringer, he became known as Satan, a name meaning adversary or accuser. This change in identity reflected his new role as the embodiment of evil and opposition to God's divine plan. Satan's fall from grace was not just a loss of physical position, but a deep spiritual corruption. His beauty, wisdom, and light were replaced by darkness, deceit, and malice. Satan's new purpose became one of leading others away from God, sowing discord and destruction wherever he could. His followers, now demons, shared in his corrupted mission. They sought to undermine God's creation and lead humanity astray. Satan's transformation is a stark reminder of how pride and rebellion can lead to total moral and spiritual decay. It illustrates the devastating effects of turning away from divine truth and embracing self-serving ambitions. Lucifer's fall and transformation into Satan had significant implications for humanity. According to biblical teachings, Satan became the tempter and deceiver, seeking to lead humans away from God. His influence is seen in the temptation of Adam and Eve, where he appears as a serpent, convincing them to disobey God. This act introduced sin and suffering into the world, marking the beginning of humanity's struggle with temptation and evil. Satan's role as the adversary has continued throughout history, manifesting in various forms of moral and spiritual challenges. His aim is to create doubt, fear, and disobedience, pulling individuals away from their divine purpose. However, understanding Satan's tactics and the story of his fall can help humanity resist his influence. It serves as a guide for recognizing and overcoming the temptations that lead us away from a righteous path. The story of Lucifer's fall is rich with lessons that are relevant to our spiritual lives today. First and foremost, It teaches the dangers of pride and the importance of humility. Lucifer's downfall began with his prideful desire to elevate himself above his rightful place. This reminds us that true greatness lies in recognizing and honoring our place within the divine order, not in seeking to dominate others. The story emphasizes the value of obedience and loyalty to God's will. Lucifer's rebellion against divine authority led to his expulsion and transformation into Satan. By remaining obedient and loyal to God's plan, we can avoid similar pitfalls and ensure that we remain aligned with our higher purpose. The story also highlights the importance of vigilance. Even beings as exalted as Lucifer can fall when they become complacent and allow pride to take root. By staying vigilant and self-aware, we can guard against the subtle temptations that lead us astray. Being chosen or having a divine purpose often means carrying deep wounds from past experiences. This is true for many who seek to walk a spiritual path. These wounds, often stemming from childhood traumas or significant life events, create emotional blockages that can hinder spiritual growth and relationship building. Just as Lucifer's fall created a profound spiritual rupture, our own past pains can create rifts within us that need healing. The story of Lucifer's fall serves as a metaphor for this healing journey. It shows the importance of facing and overcoming our inner demons to restore our spiritual balance. By addressing these wounds, we can transform our pain into wisdom and strength, just as Lucifer's fall serves as a powerful lesson for humanity. Periods of solitude and isolation, much like those experienced by the chosen ones, are often necessary for preparation for a greater purpose. Just as Lucifer's fall was a turning point that reshaped his destiny, our own trials and challenges can serve to prepare us for significant roles in the divine plan. These times of solitude allow for deep introspection, self-discovery, and alignment with our true essence. The story of Lucifer reminds us that preparation involves more than just physical readiness. It requires spiritual and emotional resilience, cultivated through periods of solitude and reflection. This preparation ensures that when the time comes, we are ready to fulfill our divine roles with clarity and purpose. The depth of soul possessed by chosen ones can be both a gift and a challenge. Like Lucifer, who was endowed with immense beauty and wisdom, those with a deep soul often see beyond superficial appearances and understand the underlying truths of existence. This profound insight can be intimidating to others, leading to feelings of isolation and misunderstanding. However, this depth is also a source of great strength and potential. It allows for a deeper connection with the divine and a greater capacity for empathy and compassion. The story of Lucifer highlights the importance of using this depth wisely, avoiding the pitfalls of pride and ambition, and staying true to the principles of love and humility. The story of Lucifer's fall from heaven is a powerful and multifaceted narrative that offers profound lessons for our spiritual journeys. It teaches us about the dangers of pride, the importance of humility, and the consequences of defying divine authority. By understanding Lucifer's transformation into Satan, we can better recognize the forces that seek to lead us astray and strengthen our resolve to stay true to our higher purpose. This tale also underscores the significance of vigilance, inner healing, and preparation for greater roles. It reminds us that solitude and trials are often necessary steps in our spiritual growth, helping us to develop the resilience and wisdom needed to fulfill our divine missions. Ultimately, the story of Lucifer serves as a timeless reminder of the eternal struggle between good and evil, light and darkness. By embracing the lessons within this narrative, we can navigate our spiritual paths with greater awareness and integrity, ensuring that we remain aligned with the divine and avoid the pitfalls that led to Lucifer's fall.